What's up, guys? It's Knowledge by Nikki at 9. I am your salon owner, coach, slash mentor, slash expert, slash whatever you want to call me. I am so happy to be starting 2019, guys. I am just more than excited about the great things that are going on for 2019. And you know, for me, I don't do the New Year's resolution thing, but what I do is I set goals. I do set new goals because I kind of put goals in quarters. So, you know, that means January, we're starting the first quarter again, and so on and so forth. We got January, February, March, then we go to April, which is the second quarter, and we just keep it coming. But what I also like about the end of the year going into the next year is I like the reflection period. That's what the end of the year is for me. For about the last week of the year, I always kind of sit back, try to minimize running around as much as I normally do, and I just think. I ride in the car with no music on. I find myself, I am a movie junk. I'm a movie buff. I could probably be a movie critic. I know the actors' names and all of that. But I find myself even taking that down a bit. I think reflection is necessary. It's necessary to look back at where you've come from and to see how you've been able to grow and what your markers that you possibly had set out, have you reached them? Have you gotten to the place where you can say I was proud or I am proud of what 2018 was? Now, this is from my salon owners. You all that watch me on a regular basis, you know I am the salon owner lover. That is my lane. That's my tribe. You can go on knowledgebynikki.com and you can see more about my bio and some of the things I've done. But salon owners are the people that are dear and special to me. I was a salon owner for a lot of years. So we're talking about hundreds of employees through the years. And I learned a lot. I learned how to do it well. I learned how to mess it up and then fix it again and then mess it up again and then fix it again. And eventually I said, oh, okay, we're going to make sure we do this right. But let me talk to you all today about what I have discovered in this reflection period. One of the main things that I've discovered in dealing with salon owners, and I'll talk to you a little bit about my coaching program in a minute, but I've discovered that stylists / owners, because most people that own a salon actually are still actively doing services or being a service provider in their own business. Over 90% of them. Most of them do not fully understand or value the idea of getting help. Now, let me say something. I printed up some really good notes and some really good stuff because I want to bring this home today because I want to help all of you all that are salon owners, that are struggling, that just have no clue how to figure it out, whether you're new, whether you've been in it for a while and you keep trying stuff and it doesn't work. This is what I don't understand, guys. When it comes to getting help, salon owners are probably one of the largest groups, because I also deal with other industries, one of the largest groups or businesses that don't seek out business help. They, for whatever reason, they just don't seek it out. They don't go to business classes. They don't do free online business webinars. They know they're struggling. They know that it's hard. We know that it's something that we've tried over and over again to do whatever we thought we were supposed to do, but it still ain't working. But we don't seek out business help. And so in my reflection time, I was really trying to understand this. And I said, okay, let's look at it like this. When you get sick and you're sick to the point where you're like, okay, I need to really do something about this, you go get help at the medical doctor, right? When your taxes, we're going to have a whole tax conversation too. But when your taxes get behind, or you filed incorrectly, or your legal structure was wrong, or you didn't file at all, for some of you all that have tried to skate, what do? You go to a tax professional or you go to an accountant. We go get help for that. When you're in legal trouble, Prayerfully, none of us have to experience that. I've experienced enough in my day. It is nothing fun about it. I don't care what the situation is. Legal trouble is terrible. It sucks. What do we do though? When we get in some type of legal trouble, we go get legal help from a lawyer. We go to a lawyer. We seek out help there. When we have emotional issues. Now, I want to say this, and I'm going to be very candid. My culture, African American people, we have struggled with this for years. When we have emotional issues, mental issues, or whatever it was, we're doing more now, but you know, it's kind of taboo back in the day, back in my mother's day, which is a baby boomer, to let people think you were crazy, so to speak. But it doesn't have to mean that. But now we're embracing more that when we have emotional issues, depression, anxiety, things that we just cannot seem to get a hold on, what do? We go to some type of psychologist, psychiatrist. We go to some type of psych doctor to help us get through these times of emotional instability. When our house is messed up, condo, whatever it is, or your building if you own real estate, if it's messed up and you got some repairs, and I know we are in a DIY society, but you and I both know realistically everything should not be done yourself unless you're a professional. But what do? We go to get some type of contractor, some type of professional that can help us repair whatever this is, whether it's water damage, the roof needs repairing, the gutter's hanging, I don't care what it is. We go get help eventually to solve the problem, right? Then we talk about if your car needs fixing. If your car breaks down, if your car ends up having some trouble and you can't get from point A to point B, we go get help at either the car dealership, the alley mechanic, your brother, we go get help from somewhere. So I'm trying to understand when our businesses, our salon businesses that we have put blood, sweat, and tears in, when it is broken, when it needs repairs, when it is sick, when it's just not working, why is it that we struggle so much with going to get help from somebody, somewhere, to help us fix the problem? Why is that? Let me talk to you about why, one of the reasons that I think it is. And this is something that was, and as Oprah says, it was an aha moment to me that has really rested on my brain, rested on my soul, that this could be the reason why a lot of us do not seek out help for our businesses is because of what I'm getting ready to tell you. So I went to a seminar and I learned about what they consider some of the reasons why people may go into clinical depression or mental illnesses. This is one of the factors they talked about. And it is something called learned helplessness. Now, obviously, when I'm sitting there and I'm, listening to this, and by the way, it also was in a book that I've read, which I've talked about many times on my lives, called Necessary Endings by Henry Cloud. He also expounds on this subject. Very interesting subject. I'm going to read to you what it means. But this helped me kind of understand some of the behaviors that don't occur when I think it should be the obvious conclusion is that if your business is suffering, you go find somebody that can help fix it, like you do with everything else. So listen to this. This is what Wikipedia says that learned helplessness is. It is a behavior that occurs when a person endures repeatedly painful or otherwise adverse stimuli by which they are unable to escape or avoid. After such experiences, the person often fails to learn or accept the mere concept of escape or avoidance. So they just figure out, I'm just stuck. In new situations where the behavior is likely to be effective. So even in different situations, they still kind of feel the same way. In other words, the person has learned that they are helpless, that they just, it's beyond their control. There's nothing they can do. Therefore, in situations where there is another presence of adverse stimuli. It doesn't even have to be the same stimuli, just something adverse that gives you that same feeling, or what is it called in the brain? I think it's cortisol, where you get scared, where you become nervous. You get that same feeling in your stomach that something is not working, and it makes you extremely uncomfortable. So even in a different situation that gives you that same feeling, they have accepted, this person has accepted that they have lost control, thus gives up trying. Okay? Even when changes in circumstances offer a method, even when someone presents to you a situation or a solution to your problem as a method of relief from what you're feeling, you still won't try it, because that person is such to have learned or have acquired, it says, learned helplessness. Then it goes deeper into saying learned helplessness is part of the things psychologists are looking at now, that they're viewing as could result in forms of depression and related mental illnesses. These may result, let me read that better. Mental illnesses may result from such real or perceived absence of control over the outcome of a situation. Now, when I went to this seminar and they kind of talked about that a little bit, I really just sat there kind of staring at the wall, just thinking about all the times that I, as a coach, as well as other people that I know coach and we help in the business arena, have presented options, have presented things that there's no loss, there's no reason why you shouldn't try them, because it's not going to hurt you. People, even in these adverse stimuli situations where they have absolutely nothing to lose, still won't shift. So I wonder, do they have learned helplessness? Is that why some of us as salon owners have made the decision that I'm going to stay here and just muscle through it and spend all of my service dollars to keep the doors open and not bother to retail, not bother to learn how to hire employees better, not bother to learn how to be a better manager if you have employees, not learn how to do things that actually build and expand your business, because I have just accepted that it is what it is, it's not going to change, and so be it. I don't want to believe that anyone that actually comes to that conclusion, and I have actually heard people say this to me, which breaks my heart, that they have just said to me, it ain't going to change. It's going to be what it's going to be, so why bother? It breaks my heart when I hear people say that, because the first thing I tell them or ask them, you cannot believe that every salon in America is failing. You cannot believe that. And they'll say, yeah, probably some of them are doing well. Then let's figure out what they did. I teach color classes also. I've taught color for many years. And I have a huge color seminar, or seminars, that I do all year long. And I have people in the African-American salon industry that, still struggle with color and whether they can color and relax hair, whether it be same day, different day, whatever it is, they still struggle in that area. And some of them have just made the conclusion that you can't have a relaxer and color at the same time. And I asked them this question because they stand flat-footed on it. They said it can't happen. I don't care what you say, what you tell me to buy, how you tell me to do it. It's not going to work. I asked them this. Then how do you explain, or you cannot tell me, that when you walk through the mall, through the grocery store, drive down the street, that every African-American woman you see that has color absolutely unequivocally does not have a relaxer? That you can't tell me that. So when you see one and her hair looks like it's very straight and it's clearly colored and her hair doesn't look like it's falling off her head, it looks extremely healthy. Even when you don't know what they did, it should automatically open your mind to, somebody's figured something out. I need to go learn where I can get help to figure that thing out. So this is what I am really bothered by at the end of this year in my reflection mode. I'm just a little bothered by the fact that people are not seeking out help in the area of business. That's my problem. Now, let me shift a little bit. And let me talk about those of you that have sought out help in business. And I know I'm really stepping out there to say this, but I got to say it because it's real. I have had many people join my coaching program. I have 2 coaching programs, and I'll write the names of the programs on the board for you. One of them is called Aspire. That's what one of them is called. This is Aspire, and it is an acronym. And then the other one is called Stretch. Okay? The clear differences between the two is that Stretch is for people that are already established. So these are for established salon owners. That means you have to have had a salon for 2 years or more and possibly have multiples. And this is for people who have salons 2 years or less or none at all and want to open within 2 years. That's the clear differences between these two. Let me tell you what's interesting and what I'm bothered by. This is where I was going with that. Is that coaching now is the new it thing. When I look at social media, even internet, everywhere I go, I'm noticing that everyone is a coach. Everyone is coaching. Everyone is saying that I got you, that whatever it is broken. And these are for the ones who don't have learned helplessness and for the ones who are seeking out to get help from somewhere. And I tell people all the time, whether you get it from me or whether you get it from somewhere else, just get it. Whether you get it from watching a webinar, whether you get it from going to a seminar, whether you get it from going to a trade show, a conference, I don't care what it is. But get help. Don't let yourself sit in a position where you're struggling and you're like, okay, now what? So let me talk about the ones that I have talked to that have got help. They said, my business is struggling. I know I need help. They just come fully surrendered, like, somebody help me. This is what bothers me. And I'm going to give this to you all because I want to give the people who are beyond or never had learned helplessness, I want to give you some interviewing questions or some profiling ideas that you can look for in a person that you are deciding that's going to help you, which would be a coach. I have people telling me that they're going to people, asking them to coach them, and these people give this great spiel of what they're going to do, and they create this picture, and ooh, I mean, they lay it on. They got the whole presentation together, and then they take your money, thousands a lot of times, up front, and then you never hear from them ever again. You can't find them. You call them. You can't reach them. Or I've even heard as far as people having others intercept the calls, and then they seem to be giving you the runaround. For those of you all, and I'm going to look in this camera and say this, for those of you all that are doing that, and you are setting up these coaching programs with no real intentions of trying to help people, but you're just looking at it as a money ploy, shame on you. That is wrong on I don't know how many levels. You aren't even attempting to help people. That is just beyond wrong. And let me tell you what it does. For those of us, because there are many people like me that actually are in my industry, for those of us like me who really have given up owning salons so we can spend more time coaching, giving up clientele so we can spend more time really helping people, you are making it harder for us because when they come to us, now we have to give them extra reassurances that we're not like that. That is wrong, and you need to stop it. You need to stop it. So this is what I'm going to do. For everyone that's watching this video, When they give you their spiel, me included, I want you to start analyzing some things about them. When they're interviewing you, I want you to also interview them. You are not out of order for asking for someone's bio, asking them what qualifies you to be a coach, what experience do you have, what. There is nothing out of order with you requiring to know a little bit more about them before you decide that you're going to go with their program. If they don't have something impressive to show you that you can check up on, keep moving. Okay, so let me talk about this. What is a coaching relationship? Let's define what that is first. A coaching relationship is a helping relationship formed between a client and a coach, okay, who uses a variety of behavioral methods and techniques to assist the client to achieve mutually identified a set of goals, to improve their professional performance and personal satisfaction, and consequently improve the effectiveness of the client's business. This is for business help. If that's not what's happening, then that's not what it is. Okay, now let me say something. Being a coach now for some years, it's a two-way street. You notice I said a relationship. A relationship has to have both people doing their part. A lot of us coach, and what's the old adage? You can bring the horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So you still have a part to do, okay? Then this is what I want you to look at, the qualities of a good coach. First one is leadership. The goal of coaching is to guide inspiration and empower the person to achieve their full potential. You should be able to go back, if they have YouTube videos, if they have seminars, you can track back to where they were, where you've seen them. There should be something. If it's salons that they've owned in the past, if they now have elevated to certain business levels because of their experience, whatever it is, they should still be relatively existing in leadership roles. And the only way you can be a leader is to have people that follow you. So don't be a self-proclaimed leader and you have no one following you. No, a real leader will have real followers and will have some history. You can ask for references just like they do. They may want to ask. I know some coaching programs that will ask for references. You can ask for references. Let me talk to 2 or 3 people that you've already coached. Let me talk to people of where you've already worked in leadership position. There's nothing wrong with that. And I would suggest if you want to be comfortable with who you're getting into a program with, that you do that. They should have extended knowledge. For those of you all that may be sports fans, I love basketball. That's my absolute favorite sport is basketball. I don't care if it's at a junior high level, high school, college, NBA. I love the NBA, but I just love basketball. Every single coach that is coached in, let's take NBA, professional league, you can Google them and literally see what they've accomplished. You can see that they have a track record of growth and experiences and things that now have given them some expertise in the area of now being able to tell you what you need to do. Someone that is saying or soliciting that they're going to coach you and you're going to get business help, that person needs to have way more knowledge and experience than you do. Or how can they tell you anything? Okay, so you need to also do your homework. That person needs to have, they need to be consistent. They need to be consistent. There needs to be a program where something is consistently happening. They're consistently reaching out to you. They're consistently available. They're consistently giving you assignments or giving you markers and things to reach and things to do. It should not be one and done and then they disappear. That is not what a coach is. That is a scammer, is what that is. Okay? And then they need to have effective communication skills. They need to be able to speak effectively, the actual coach themselves or their staff, because obviously when coaching programs get larger, people have to hire people to be the person that you consult with. You may not always be able to talk to the actual person whose name is on the brand, but they should have people that they have hired and trained that are just as effective with communicating your goals, your aspirations, giving you assignments, whatever it is that needs to be done. they should have people in place that you should be able to communicate effectively with and that should be able to be reached at any given moment. They should be able to be reached. You should be able to leave a message and somebody calls you back within a reasonable amount of time. There should be some communication that you're able to go back and forth with someone in this particular coaching arena. Now, it obviously depends on how much of that is going to depend on the type of coaching program that you get into. Coaching programs, if they're more in a group setting, can literally range anywhere, and I'm going to write this down here in red. Coaching program, or what we call group coaching, can price-wise can be anywhere from $3,000 to sometimes $10,000, depending on what you're getting. And this can range anywhere from 3 months to a year. That's a group coaching price. So that's going to give you kind of a rough idea. And obviously, depending on where you are in this spectrum, is also going to kind of define how much communication you have available to you. Obviously, the ones that are here, you should have at least once a month, minimally once a month communication. When you get here, these groups are typically smaller and they're a little more intimate, but you're paying for it because this now becomes more custom. It becomes more almost one-on-one. This is done more in a group aspect, but you should still be able to communicate with someone at some point in time throughout the month. That should just be what it is. Now, when you get into private coaching, I've seen this where this can actually go, you talking about really about $15,000, and that's on the low end, guys, $15,000 and up. I've seen people with private coaching or mastermind groups where they've paid as much as $45,000. I've seen it. You have people that are and with $45,000, they take smaller groups. They may take only a group of 10 for $45,000, but that's personalized attention. That means they are literally almost becoming like a private consultant to you. All right, and obviously the communication is going to be more available in this price range. Okay, but no matter where you are or where you have to start, you should be able to have some form of communication with this person. Okay, so that's something you need to be aware of. This is what a good coach does. A good coach offers support and assistance to those he or she is coaching to help them implement change and achieve desired goals, whatever they may be. Professional development, however, is a team effort. That means we both got to do it. They can't beat it into you. They give you the assignment. They cheer you on and motivate you, and sometimes they even may assist you to some degree in it, but you have to be the closer. It is not usually wise to simply cut out the employee free after session and expect him and her to achieve everything on their own. That means that you also have to have a good coach is going to follow up. That's where the communication comes in. Even if it's 30 days later, they're going to follow up. Did you do, and sometimes depending on the urgency of what they assigned you, it may be even sooner. Did you do X, Y, and Z? Why haven't you done it? And then that's when a good coach will start trying to inspire you to act, to move, okay? That's something real, real important. Coaches, this is what their responsibilities are. For those of you all that may not be clear what getting business help and a coach is responsible for. They're responsible for planning, organizing, and delivering an appropriate range of business activities and programs for the individuals or as a group within the coaching group. Typically, responsibilities will include teachings of different sorts, technique training, and other relevant skills to obviously whatever the goal is in mind. But these are things that should be in a structured format. Obviously, some spontaneous things happen, but a coach should be able to help you if they do not know the answer to something. They should be able to assist you or direct you to where you can get it. Meaning they give you the number, they give you the website, they connect you. A coach should be able to facilitate whatever it is that you need to get you to the next level. Now, remember, depending on where you're paying is going to dictate how extensive that goes and how much they're going to actually work to help you get whatever it is. It may be as simple as go on this website and find XYZ, or call this number and find XYZ, and you then have to do your part. That is just what it is. The purpose of coaching, for those of you all that, and coaching is nothing but getting business help. Matter of fact, I don't know where my black marker is. It kind of disappeared. But I'm going to write here right in the top, not just getting help, but getting business help. Okay? This is what we're talking about, business help. You get help for everything else. So when your business is sick or it's got problems, it's got holes in it, you need to go get help for that too. And that help, just like all the other help you get, is not free. Okay? Then let's talk about the purpose of coaching, or somebody offering you business help. The purpose of coaching is to improve the individual's performance on any particular job or in their businesses. It also offers enhancing your current skills or helping you to acquire new ones. A lot of the people that I have in my stretch group, especially the ones that are older and maybe 50 and over, they are not as digitally savvy, obviously, as some of the ones that are younger, that may be in either the Aspire group or some that want to open a salon within the next couple years. So I have to help them acquire the desire, first of all, to want to get into doing things more digitally. Things that, you know, people can kind of, you don't have to worry about people overextending you. You can kind of do things where people can go online and book appointments and all these other things. This becomes really, really important. Okay? So this group, I may have to introduce them to new skills. Once the coachee has successfully acquired the skills, the coach is no longer needed. The objective of coaching, listen to me good, is to have a beginning and to eventually have an end, and then push you out the nest, just like a bird does. That is the purpose of coaching. You get what you can in this 3 months, a year, whatever it is, and you use it, and you take those things, and you build your business, and then you move on. That is what a coach does, is they prepare you for this timed period. Mentoring is very different. Mentoring could be forever. So we're going to get into that one day too. I've done it before, but because it's such a big thing now, I'm probably going to do another one about coaching and mentoring, okay? Benefits to coaching, and then we're going to wrap this on up because I'm going to tell you what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Benefits of coaching an individual, it's just what it is. It's to improve your individual performance, help you with your targets and your goal, period. Whatever that target is, that marker that you want to get to, that's what coaching is for, to help you get from point A to point B, or at least closer to it. Increase openness to personal learning and developing. Our goal as coaches is to help you expand your mind and to allow you to accept more information that you otherwise would have either not paid attention to or not been accepting to it. We are here to help you realize that there's more than one way to skin a cat, that you have to, as long as you're in business, you have to always be teachable, and you have to accept that there may be things that you have to shift, change, do away with, all of that. So our job is to really facilitate the idea of continual learning. Increase the ability to identify solutions to specific work-related issues. It is also about helping you, not just giving you the answers, but helping you be able to identify problems and be able to troubleshoot, to be able to critically think, to be able to make shifts, even when we don't give you every single answer. We're maturing you, is what we're doing. We're teaching you when you go online or read, which is something I know in my salon industry. You know what still bothers me today, and this is what I'll do with some of my coaches. Don't call me and ask me, when is this show? Because all you got to do is put soandsoshow.com and they'll tell you. We also are here to help you to not be lazy about seeking out information that is literally at your fingertips. You want to know when something is? You Google it, And your phone will tell you, your computer will tell you. Don't ask a coach stuff that you can easily figure out yourself. Because also what a good coach is going to do is they're not going to give you all the answers. They're going to say, go on their website and see. That's all you got to do, because it's about training you to not asking people for everything, but realizing as you run this business, there are going to be some things you got to figure out, and you don't have somebody that you just can call for every little answer. Okay? So it's about also maturing you there. It's about teaching you greater ownership and responsibility for this baby that you have birthed. If you said you wanted a salon, you got it. So now you're going to take everything that comes with it. I know you thought your talent was going to sustain you and we just going to do hair and everything is going to be happy, happy, joy, joy, and we ain't going to have no issues, and now you found out that's not the case. Doing hair, matter of fact, let me tell you something. When you start doing less hair is when you'll really see your business grow, because you'll be able to focus on it. Because as long as you got all those people in that chair and you're trying to run a business, you're going to have a hard time. And development of self-awareness. I am very big on that. I'm very big on you understanding how you think, how you move, hiring employees that fit your culture, your vision. There is no one size fits all for every situation, but it's about you learning you and learning what you need and who you need to help you build this vision. Okay, are y'all with me? So we're going to be talking about this all week, guys, all week. Different aspects in this salon industry that you can get help. Help is available, and I'll say it again. I am a coach. I got 2 coaching groups. You see right there, knowledgebynikki.com. It's on the screen. You can, if you want to talk to me about my consultation is free. We can chomp it out for 90 minutes for me to see if what I have works for you, if what you want, if I'm that girl for you. If you don't get it from me, just get it somewhere. But don't let your business be sick, your business be crippled, your business need repairs, and you don't do it. That's on you if you make that choice. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Stay tuned tomorrow. Also, guys, I'll be on YouTube under Knowledge by Nikki. I'm going to have my videos streaming on all my channels. I'm also going to put it on Instagram. It'll be on knowledgebynikki.com, YouTube, and Facebook. So go onto my website, see what's going on. I also have a number. You can text me. You can call me. And you can reach me. I'm very reachable. But this is Knowledge by Nikki with 1K. Knowledge by Nikki at 9. I think we've actually, how much time we've been on? I don't know. We've been on for maybe about 40 minutes. I try to go about 30 minutes, but sometimes you just need a little more information, so I don't mind giving it to you. So peace out. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about one of the biggest issues in the industry is getting staffing help. How do I find the right help so my salon can be successful? Because you can't do it all. Tune in tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central. knowledgebynikki.com. And I'm out.